Bugatti logo is EB, and my initials are EB. And so I always wanted the license plate EB, but it had been registered for 15 years. And I got the shop that had been servicing the car. I called them. They gave me the owner's number. The obituary gave me your daughter's name.
That's pretty cool. So you figured out how to buy low, sell high in cars. I do the opposite. Yeah.
It's fun because, as long as you have reasonably mainstream tastes for your age, that tends to happen, especially if you target rarity and things like that. So there's only 14 of those in the country, 58 in the world of the Targa version of the 1,000 horsepower W16 car. And so it's special enough that if anybody wants one, they go up. And fortunately, for me as a buyer of the 14 cars, the worst 6 of them were for sale in the last year. And that's far more supply than the market could ever absorb of anything. And so it drove the prices down almost $1 million. And so the guy that I bought it from, that owned it most recently after Little Uzi Vert, he lost $1 million in 18 months, putting 800 miles on it.
I'm learning more about how much you paid for it. Is that a secret? Is that rude to ask?
The bank paid $145, and as long as I satisfy my obligation, it can stay in
note on a $1.45 million car.
Well, I sold 7 cars for the down payment, and so it was a manual LP640, 3 Cayennes that we used for the Alaska expedition, an old Rolls Royce we'd raced across the country, a 6-wheeled Range Rover, and a Ferrari that was kind of all the car trek cars.
What a motley crew!
One.
Motley crew.
That's it. Yeah. So quite the variety that I've liquidated over the last year or so to be able to do it.
So cool.
So the payment's like $8,300 a month.
Yeah.
Which I can float for a little while, not indefinitely.
10 years, you said, right? That's when it should make some money.
Right. Yeah. So that's the thought, is that, over the course of the next, 3 to 5 years, hopefully it moves in the right direction and I'm able to maybe refi some equity.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Well, that's a big move. That's a cool move. That's a lot of balls too. And it requires a lot of foresight as well. How many cars did you say went in? I think it was like Pokemon cards.
And 7 for
scary.
1.
7 for 1. Okay.
Put it all in red. Right. I like that, Zach.
Put it all. Yeah. Which car is this? Is this red car right here?
It's the red.
Yeah. Oh,
it's so scary.
I'm so unsophisticated in this because the red one and the gray black one closer to you look the same level of cool to me.
Do you eat in them?
I try not to worry about anything with them. I try to buy the worst examples of my favorite cars so that I can't make them any worse. I like to live in the margin between like really unacceptable and okay. Good and perfect, and that stuff is for the birds. You just get all stressed out about it. And so the Spiker behind me I bought it from Missy Elliott 2 years ago, and she hadn't seen the car in 5 years, and we knew it didn't run, but it actually turned out to be much nicer than I would normally expect the car to be. And so, of the cars back there, the red one left, the orange R8 turned into a Ferrari, and then that left, and that 2 Cayennes back there are gone. I've got 1 left. We had 4 at one point.
I'm looking at those cars, and I think the red one's the coolest, but I might be attracted to red. Which one's actually the coolest?
Well, my favorite ones are the 2 Lambos in the middle, the black one in the middle, because they're just the manual transmission LP640s that I grew up dreaming about, but they're all the same car, effectively. They're a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 Lamborghini Murcielago from 07, 09, and 2010. So the red one certainly had the most presence to it, so you got good taste.
Okay.
And if that one there's only 44 of those in the country, but only 3 of them have manual gearboxes, and those are worth about $5 million. Mine was an E-Gear car that had the whole front knocked off of it during a group drive in New York.
Damn. Man, this is a fun business to be in when you love cars. Just being like, I gotta work. I have to trade 7 incredible cars for the rarest car of all time.
That's
It's another day at work.
And the coolest thing was that the Bugatti logo is EB, and my initials are EB. And so I always wanted the license plate EB, but it had been registered for 15 years. And so our VinWiki app allows you to get the VIN from the license plate. And then I plugged that into Carfax, and I got the shop that had been servicing the car. I called them. They gave me the owner's number. it was a landline and they wouldn't answer for years and years. But after I got the car, I Googled her name, and it was this woman that lived not too far away, but she passed away in January. And so I got her, the obituary gave me her daughter's name, who I followed up with and said, hey, sorry for your loss, but do you have any plans for that license plate? And she's like, I think I know where it is. And so she went to Mom's house and pulled it out, and I was able to get it. So I have the EB plate on the EB car.
That's cool. I'm happy for you. I bet that was a good day when you got that done.
Yes, feels good to have it.
What's the